Hello Facebook. How are you this evening? I'm in the dark again because I'm in my car. I've just come out of the gym, and again I left my Facebook live for the day until really late, but I thought I'd better do it. So I am training for a marathon, as most of you know, at the moment. The London Marathon I'm doing in April, and I am raising money for Willen Hospice. Oh, and by the way, I've got my hat on. I look a bit strange today because I've got no hair. It's because I'm basically just sweaty out of the gym. So I figured, you know, should I do my Facebook Live, or should I go and have a shower and then get all like nice presented and then do my Facebook Live? And I figured, fuck it, you guys would be all right with the authentic version of Sweaty Sarah. So you're welcome, by the way. But in all seriousness, I'm doing the marathon London Marathon in April to raise money for Willen Hospice. And Willen Hospice is a local charity in Milton Keynes, where my nan, well actually my great nan, stayed for about 3 months before she passed away 2 years ago. And the care they gave her was amazing. And so for me, I did a skydive, as most of you know, because most of you sponsored me for my skydive last year, in May last year, and we raised like astronomical amount of money for them. I think they set me a target of about 250, and we raised from all of you guys in this community, we raised something like £3,000 for the charity, which was amazing. So they gave me a charity London Marathon place, and so I am now full steam ahead training. Now, for those of you that don't know me really well outside of Facebook, I'm not really a runner. Like, I'm really not a runner at all. I'm incredibly uncomfortable running. I really hate it. I find it really boring. I don't enjoy it at all. And so I'm trying to find different ways and different things that I can do to stay interested while I'm running. So one, I don't kind of like just get bored and stop, and two, to just try and make it as enjoyable as possible. And tonight, two things happened. I hit a milestone tonight, or I achieved a milestone tonight, which was to do my first ever 10k. And I'm not gonna call it a 10k run, because I didn't run it all, but a 10k walk run. There was definitely some walking involved, but I did it. I did my first 10k. But what I also am super excited about is I found two things that helped me tonight not get bored, you know. And 10k took me a long time, I'm not going to lie, it took bloody ages. But there are two things that I took with me to the gym tonight, and they really helped me. Now, the first one are these things here. I don't know if you can see them. Where's my camera? There. These are Apple AirPod earphones. Now, I've tried running with earphones that have got the wires on, and they're an absolute nightmare because they always fall out of my ears. It's just a pain in the arse. So I invested in some of these, and I'll be honest, they're Apple, so they're like well overpriced, standard Apple procedure. But I love them, and I love them because I can tap, I can volume up, I can search things, I can talk to Siri if I want to. But at the same time, what I can also do is I can listen to anything I want without them falling out of my ears. They're really, really good when you're on a treadmill. And I'm excited about this because it means that I'll probably be able to actually run the marathon with them without them getting on my nerves, and I'm super excited about that. The other thing why this is great is because now, because my gym obviously has Wi-Fi, I can listen to anything available on the internet for as long as I'm running for. So whether I'm doing 10k, and as I start to increase my distances now, you know, I've got, I think a marathon's like 42 kilometers or something. I'm terrified. But what it means is I can listen to anything available on the internet. And the reason why I think these will help you in your business is because it means you can, at the gym, if you're running, if you're out running, you know, even if you're like, you're one ear in and you're doing your shopping, whatever it might be, these things are brilliant. And I think everybody should have some, or the equivalent of them. You know, you don't necessarily need the Apple ones. Other brands are available, but the wireless earphones I've found to be a bit of a game changer for me. So I wanted to share that with you. The other thing that I introduced into my gym session tonight, which I think is going to help you in your business, is a documentary that I listened to on YouTube. So it was free, and I listened to them on my earpods, and it's a documentary called Becoming Warren Buffett. Now, I don't know how many of you have watched this already, but I mean, I love Warren Buffett anyway. I think he's great. I think what I love about Warren Buffett is he's the richest man in the world. Nowhere do you see a designer brand all over him. He's not flash. he actually is a very, very just normal guy who just is really, really clever at the things that he does, lives his life really nicely. You know, he's a really pleasant man. One day I hope to be able to meet him and just have a conversation with him. I think the guy's amazing. But I'd never seen the documentary Becoming Warren Buffett. So I thought, do you know what? I'll use my AirPods and my milestone of 10k, and I'll watch an hour and a half documentary whilst I was on the treadmill. And I did. And it was great. It was really, really good. It was good to be entertained, because I think if I'd have been on a treadmill for that long and not had something to entertain me, I'd have probably hit the wall and stopped. I'm not gonna lie, 10k was hard for me today. And so Warren Buffett actually really helped me get through my marathon training. But the reason why I think he will help you in your business is because, or I think this documentary will help you in your business, is because it gives a really good overview of his life, the real life stuff. And you guys hear me talking about the real life stuff all the time. The real life stuff is that it's so important that you don't get caught up with the money and the business and all the other things. And that actually what you do is you focus on making sure that you're living your real life, and you're stopping to smell the flowers once in a while, because otherwise, what's the point? You have to have balance. You have to, you have to be focused. You have to have balance. You have to enjoy what you're doing every day. You have to have ethics. And, Warren Buffett's one of the most ethical men on the planet. He's the richest man in the world, but he's incredibly ethical, and he does things the right way, and he doesn't go out to try and rip people off and all those sorts of things. It's just not his style. So I think that those two things that I introduced into my gym session today, I think will really, really help you in your business. Watch the documentary, definitely. Let me know how you get on with it. I'd be really interested to know. But also get a set of wireless earphones, because they're brilliant. I'm going to go for a shower now because I'm gross. I will speak to you all tomorrow probably. Have a nice evening. See you, bye.